Hello, everybody. This is Tuesday, 3/14/23. This is Survivor Circle. Our topic of the day is, are you ready for spring on Pi Day? That was coming through okay. So, how are you today, Maria?
I'm good. I'm ready for the week to already
And
be over.
Darius?
Darius is much better now
Good for him.
because he's up in my face. This is where he wants to stay.
Nice. So, are you ready for spring? I certainly am.
I'm very much ready for spring.
I'd
We
like
got
to think.
spoiled.
Yes. Yes. Well, I was ready for spring probably a couple of weeks ago.
Mhm.
Now I'm just at the point saying, "Oh, please, just get this, just get this stuff over." I don't know. I don't know what to expect this spring when we get into spring to summer. I guess nobody really does, but what with everything that's going on in the world, and now we got the bank failures. We got all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I guess it just pays to be ready, try to be balanced and ready for anything.
I don't
Jay,
know.
welcome to the live stream. How are you doing, buddy?
And he's proud of himself. He made it here on time. So
I'm
I won't
telling you,
fuss at him for not being here on time.
I don't even send him a special invite like I do some people. I did notice, and we've got 29 subscribers now.
Oh, wow. I haven't
I'm
checked that out.
impressed. I am impressed with that.
Yeah, no doubt. That is pretty good.
It's more than I ever expected.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, it probably helped whenever Bill decided to
Probably.
try to
I
get.
left his live stream just a few minutes before I came over here,
Mhm.
and he's made it back from Roswell,
Oh,
and
good.
he's looking good. It sounds like he caught a bit of something. So the general advice of the chat was just kick back, relax, and take plenty of vitamin C.
Mhm.
hopefully that'll get you back to normal. But
Well, yeah,
he
that
really
change.
he really enjoyed himself.
Oh, of course he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that change from New York to weather to the
Oh,
desert.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it was probably
That,
freaking 80 degrees out there.
mhm.
And then we come back to
No humidity.
snowfall.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've never, I have, I, Arizona is one, well, that's New Mexico, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Those are the two states, well, except for Alaska. Okay, so there's 4 states: Alaska, Hawaii, uh, Arizona, New Mexico, that I have never been to. One of these
Gotcha.
days. But I don't know. I don't miss. I didn't miss them. I don't feel like I missed them. Although I like the travel I did around the West.
Mhm.
Well, good for you, Jay. I hope you got a really good viral uh, TikTok. Well, when we going to start our next project? That'll be the next one. We haven't built anything yet this year.
See, I can't see his comments on StreamYard. I can only see his comments on YouTube. So I can't see it on my side for some reason. I got to see the first 2 or 3 messages, and now I can't see them anymore.
Interesting.
Mhm. But that's okay because I got my YouTube up, so I can keep up with it there.
Okay. Yes, I saw that. That is your that was the video where you had me test driving the beach buggy. That should be a good one. I enjoyed that
And
a lot.
what Charles is talking about is that Jay made the comment, said the video that Charles is in was the Beach Bitch Project buggy. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I can't. Oh, there now. I see them all. Now they've popped up.
Okay.
Now they've popped
Rebooted.
up.
Got you going
Yeah.
again. Okay.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
I just you know, like I was saying with the bank the the first, hopefully the last, but not likely the last bank that got a run on it and got shut down. I guess it pays to be kind of ready for anything because you don't know, you know. And I just feel like everything is on edge now. I mean, we've been this way probably okay for 3 years, but
Mm-hmm.
for some reason it just seems more urgent now to just keep on top of everything and be calm, be safe, but be ready. Come on, is this going to be pet day? Come on, come on, come on. You can be up. Come on. Oh, okay. He doesn't want to be on skates on today.
Oh,
Yet or yet.
he's got camera shy so far. So
No, nope, no help today. Did I've been watching? I just keep watching the news, and it is so predictable anymore. You know that this is going to be an outrage, and that's going to be another. You know, and it's so cut and dried. It's always the same. And like I said, I read the headline the other day that, or actually this morning, that it's the bank failure in California was Twitter's fault.
now, is this the old Twitter or is this the Elon
It's got to be
Musk
the new
Twitter?
Twitter. You know,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it surely has nothing to do with the fact that the president of the bank was reported as having taken $3.5 million out last week, sold all his stock in the bank. So that story getting out didn't have anything to do with the run on the bank. But
No,
yeah,
mm-mm, not at all.
with everything else, uh, you know, and and what it's there are a multitude of reasons why that particular bank failed. Structural reasons, and uh, it's just not. But no, it's Twitter's fault. Yeah, okay. That's simple. It's a one-line headline kind of answer to the question, and I guess 90% for most of the people that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody, and you can't fix that, right? Or can you? Oh, well, we're just not going to let Twitter say anything anymore. We're going to put a 24-hour hold on everything that goes. No, you can't do that. It's it's just oh god. Uh,
What is it
So-
with all these executive orders? This is the crap that gets on my
I
nerves.
don't know. Because they can. They don't have to mean anything. They don't have to
Well,
do
my
anything.
God, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know. The gun control. It's that's
is
not,
it the
that-
same
it
laws that
really
we've
is.
always had that they've never enforced?
Well, if it's affected by an executive order, it must be. It's simply an enforcement thing. Okay, an enforcement regulation that they can modify, because the president. Okay, sorry people, the president can't write laws. The laws have to go through the House, the Senate, and then signed by a president, and then they're enacted. Okay, the president can't just walk up to a podium and no more guns or whatever, or turn in your guns by Thursday. Thank goodness. Thank the foresight of the founding fathers that the structure of the government is such that that's not allowed. That's just not allowed to do that. He couldn't, that's like, I'm sure he was aware in some minor fashion that the regulations covering the safety on trains, okay, had been changed in 2018. But that doesn't mean that he had the right, that Biden had the right to come in and on January 21st and change them all back, because they were changed in the law. That was a bill that went through to amend, in this particular case, so you can't do that. Thank God you can't do that. It's bad enough as it is, but I don't want to live as a peon in the kingdom where the great ruler, or the whatever grand poobah takes over and can just change everything at a whim. Thank God it doesn't work that way.
So what's the point in having an executive order?
There are certain things. Okay, well, except for in very special circumstances. Okay, like we get invaded. If we got invaded by Canada,
Please.
I would hope. I would hope that the chief executive, the commander in chief, could take up his mantle and surrender peacefully or something. I don't know.
I'd rather be overtaken by the Irish. They have a better time.
Ooh, bring whiskey. Bring whiskey.
Bring the Jameson. We're all good.
We don't like waiting for that maple syrup to ferment. I don't know if I've ever heard of that, but I'll bet it'd be good. Fermented maple syrup, like, yeah, good Canadian maple beer. I want some. I need it.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Not sure about that at all. But I'm all up for a shot of something every once in a while. So.
Well, see, you just kind of put a couple of drops of maple syrup in and give us a trial on it. There you go. It's got to be good maple syrup. Some of that stuff's terribly expensive.
Oh well,
it's really, really
stuff
good.
Is.
It's really, really good, but it's terribly expensive.
That's just like alcohol.
as all really,
You sh-
really good things are.
Mhm.
They
You get
really
what
do.
you pay for.
Yes. So, see, Ron's here. So we've got a few people hanging out with us.
Yeah.
That's good.
Bobby was here.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby shows up in the beginning
Yes, he
and
does.
says his hellos.
Did what was the other thing? I was looking around the other day that I may have brought this up before, but I'm not sure. The automotive sector of the United States economy is in a bit of a problem right now.
Again? Oh,
Again,
gee, imagine that.
still yet, yes. The bailout of 2010 wasn't quite enough. They're ready. It really looks like momentarily they'll be needing another one. You know,
Hmm.
and I saw something today that General Motors has announced that they're trying to. They've offered everyone that has a salary at General Motors, practically everyone anyway, uh, a pension deal to get out of town.
They've already done that.
Well, I guess
They
they're
did
doing it
that.
again. Oh,
GM
yes,
did
they did.
that. Remember? Yeah. That was what,
They did that for
2000?
the hourly
That
employees back in 6, I think.
everybody that was close enough to retirement, they offered
Right.
them a deal, and
Well, I think that was just for UAW, union workers.
yeah.
This one is for salaried workers.
Well, at that time they were all union workers.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
So I was shocked. Really? Well, not really. But the point is, right now, they've already announced that their intention at General Motors is to move 100%, not, or 90% or something, some extremely high percentage of their production over to battery electric vehicles by 2025. That's 2 years from now. Right now, they have the Bolt and like 2 other models that are battery, that are even available as battery vehicles. And they're gonna turn. I cannot imagine the difficulty of closing. I mean, it's just unimaginable. It really is to turn. So from that point, in somewhere between now and 2025, they're going to rebuild every line, every manufacturing plant, shut down all the engine plants. I can't believe that they're even saying that. It's like, what kind of fantasy world do they live in? You know what I'm saying? Does this chief executive that's making this pronouncement that, in 2 years we're going to be all EV? That makes no sense. So keep your eye on the automotive side of things. The fact is that right now, and I checked this morning, the average new car is $50,000. I can't even imagine affording that. But and the interest rate is 7%, and the average term is something like 70 months, over 6 years. I'm saying, and right now something like 10% of auto loans are more than 3 months past due. And okay, so that means that at any day, on any day that they decide to or
Excuse
can
me, I'll be
figure out
right
what
back.
they do, they're going to pick up. They could go out and hook up and repo all those cars. All those new cars. That's the state of the. That's a practical emergency. That's almost $1 trillion worth of bad loans on cars. I'm telling you, it's just not. It's such, and that's such a significant part of our economy. Okay, I don't understand how they're allowing these. I don't even know what to call them anymore. I'm not going to call them businessmen because they certainly aren't that.
How about
But
dumbasses?
dumbasses, yes, dumbasses is good. To do this, these are parts of the economy that people have their lives invested, their entire lives invested in. It's not about the money. It's about what you've built up as an employee, what you have tried to build up and keep going, for 20, 30, 40 years. And they just, oh, well, I don't want to do this anymore. What the hell is that? What hubris? What just megalomaniacal thought process goes into that? It's like, oh, well, I can do anything I want because nothing can touch me. I'm a billionaire.
Well, you also have to look at how much money the government has sunk into this to make it go through. Just like all the solar powered plants and crap that filed bankruptcy, that the government funneled all this, knowing good and well it was going to fail, and they didn't care. So once again, they're going to take our money, piss it away, and not one person does anything about it. They can't wrap their heads.
What's to do?
Well, all they have to do is holler climate, and everybody starts crying and moaning and complaining that the polar bears are dying. Okay, they're not dead yet. So, it's so for the last 20 years that I can think of, they've been hollering. First, it was 10 years. The Earth is going to incinerate. That didn't happen. And then so they brought this stupid kid from Sweden to make the world change, and she deleted a tweet from 2018 because she thought the world was going to end in 2023. So
that's the best spokesman the world could have ever found, right there.
Her.
And
that shows you how stupid everybody is.
An autistic girl from Sweden.
Yes, was she like 10, 12? How stupid.
12. I think she just got her driver's license. So when she first came on the scene, she was 10 or 12.
Stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I just don't get it. Look, personally, myself, I'd love to have a battery car. Because 90% of the time, it would be fine for me. Because I don't drive that much anymore. Okay. And if I wanted to go on vacation or whatever, I'd do what a lot of people do anyway. I'd rent a damn car.
I want to know when they're going to change all of the planes and trains to battery powered and see how many people fly that shit.
I don't know. It works in Japan. I don't know about the flying, but the trains are. Actually, almost all the trains in the United States
Mm-hmm.
run by electricity.
Well, and there you go. And then when they lose power, oh shit.
But the thing is, they carry their own generator in the train.
Mm-hmm.
It's powered by
You know
diesel.
what? We have to replace batteries in our own vehicles in bitch because they're over $100. So I can't wait to find out.
Well,
And if it follows,
last estimate I saw for something, it was like more than $12,000 for a relatively modest battery pack, automotive battery pack. That was
add on to that $50,000 car you just bought.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
This is just stupid. And
You're
we've talked
right.
about this before.
Mm-hmm.
There were people here in Kentucky that lost power for a week. And so tell me how they were going to charge up their electric chainsaw.
I'm not saying it would be perfect. I would like to have seen. See, the thing is, they're talking about doing this, and they're phasing this in 2 years. General Motors going to be all electric. Okay, that is not the way it should be done. You know, that's not how to do it. You phase it in a part at a time and see how it works. Then you phase in the next one. And they haven't done the groundwork to make it work for even a small sector, like as a second car, okay, for most households. Okay. That's the way it should have been phased in, not, well, here it is. This is all you've got. Or you can buy a Honda. or you can buy a Kia, or you can buy a Cherry, which is a Chinese manufacturer of automobiles. I don't know. I just it's like
I was going to say something really bad.
Please go ahead.
He's talking about a Chinese cherry. How old is she?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's one of those. There are a number of Chinese words that are pronounced that means something in Chinese and means something entirely different in English, and it's good humor sometimes. So I guess if we can laugh at it, it's not that important, right?
Mm-hmm. Oofy's making fun of me, saying I sound like a human her and CT met in 1890, who claimed that those newfangled motor cars would never replace a good horse and buggy. No, I'm just kind of saying I've spent a lot of time without electricity, and you can't charge up a chainsaw if you don't, or a car.
Yes. In, what is it, 1910, 50% of the automobiles that were registered in the United States were electrics. So,
and that's fine. People can do whatever they want to do. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. But don't force me doing this mess. And I'm hearing that echo.
That's the deal. Well, what we don't see is what's behind the deal. Okay? General Motors is still one of the biggest corporations in the United States. Okay? They roll out this pronouncement that in 2 years they're all electric. Okay? No, it's not going to work. I can't imagine how it would succeed. But if it fails, oh well, Uncle Sam, it failed. Come bail me out. And in the meantime, they've destroyed their entire industry, the livelihoods of their entire workforce and a big chunk of the American economy, but it's no problem to them because they had the golden parachute. You know, that should be criminal. That should absolutely be criminal. They've done this, what, 2 times now in our lifetimes for sure. It's time to get the. It's time to look at tarring and feathering. You know, again.
It's one of those wonderful things.
Oh, enough of my rants. I don't want to talk about bad things anymore. But I brought it up, so I'm sorry. I apologize. Goat ruts.
Yep. Good ruts, not goat ruts.
Oh God. Maybe they are goat ruts. Maybe it's.
They could be.
Maybe it's a green cheese. You know, green goat cheese.
I don't know. Does CT play well with goats?
Toast, goats.
Goat cheese on toast sounds pretty good to me. You're exactly right. But
yeah, I stopped in over. Like I said earlier, I stopped in over Bill's. He was doing a little short online, going over his return from the UFO con at Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed pretty enthusiastic and happy and glad to be home, and made a lot of good contacts and had a good time. And I was jealous because he got a really, really rocking shirt.
He probably brought back more than he took. Like, he probably had to get an extra suitcase just to bring home all the stuff he bought.
He was working on that. I'm sure he did. So that would be.
Well, yeah. I'm glad he had a good time.
Let's see.
Oh, look! I wish I had that problem.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. I need to get a hot tub and do the show from the hot tub.
No, there's an idea.
That's an idea.
We have full Wi-Fi capability from the hot tub room. Yeah. Andy, shut up already. Andy? Oh my God.
Oofy's going to stop those thoughts before they came out across the computer.
I wish. I didn't. I didn't even realize Andy was here.
I haven't seen him, but Oofy's probably knows that anything that has been sent out over the internet, and Andy's caught it.
Well, unless he hit a like over on YouTube, sometimes that'll bring you up. So
gotcha.
It's possible.
It's possible. You're right. Well, at least we don't have.
Ron's actually here.
Yeah, he's been here.
I'm so glad he's sticking with us as bad as I'm doing today. Oh, you did change your name.
I did. I changed it to Caddy instead of Maria. But everybody loves Bubbles. I used that one time, and everybody remembers that, but they don't remember any of the other ones, I don't think. I don't remember any of the other ones, I think.
Well, that might have been the first one. I'm thinking it was. You know? So it was particularly fitting. God, I've got it. I really need to get. I really need to get my glasses checked.
Oh, what do you think it said? My name or something in chat? Caddyshack, yeah. Very good, Oofy. That's very good. Mhm.
I am not going to. It was promo. It's promo.
Well,
Not
let's
something.
see. What does that equal to? The Little Whorehouse of Texas. Remember that movie? Yeah, that's
Yes.
kind of the equivalent to that one.
The best little whorehouse in Texas.
Mhm.
And I don't think
Who
I've
is
ever
in
seen
that?
Burt Reynolds.
Oh my God!
Dolly
And
Parton.
was Dolly Parton? Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't. I think I watched it when it came out on TV way long time ago, and I don't remember what it was about, but I bet it was pretty hilarious.
I
I think
don't
it's.
think I know I've never. I know I'm pretty sure I've never seen it.
I don't think. I just remember. But anyway, I just think it's funny all of the older movies that we watched or I watched when I was a kid that my son got attached to
Mm-hmm.
when he was in high school, which I thought was pretty funny. Smokey and the Bandit,
Mm-hmm.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. What else? Oh, Little Rascals. The original Little Rascals.
See, I don't know. That's
9 to 5. Yeah.
It's something I would love to see come back on somewhere. But as far as I know, it's hardly even available on YouTube or anything. You know.
What?
You know, those Little Rascals.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Three Stooges. You know, like the original.
Now the Three Stooges still comes on they're on every morning on TV.
Okay.
On IFC, I think it is. But anyway.
Okay. So that's who's
early in the morning.
Used to. I don't know what the deal was, but you used to see those everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, any little how was it done? The FCC, you had to have so much original content, quote unquote, original content to your station. Had to be a couple of hours every day. Okay, and that was usually they throw that in the afternoon between the soap operas and the news. You know,
mm-hmm.
Get some of this old stuff that had been around forever that apparently they were able to use for free, okay, or nearly free, you know, and you get Abbott and Costello, and you get
oh yeah,
oh my God, Abbott and Costello and the Three Stooges and things like that. But they were, you really don't see that on broadcast TV anymore that I know of, you know, and the availability of that stuff online is kind of, oh my God, yes, the original the 1920s Buck Rogers shows.
Oh my goodness.
with the little toy rocket ship, the smoke trailed up from the rockets. I always thought that was cool. That was so cool. Yeah.
I can remember, well, the other morning, it was Saturday. I was getting ready to leave, and the Superman was on TV the night, was it the 50s, 60s Superman?
Okay. With George
Reeves.
George Reeves, yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those were classics.
Well, the one that come on that I thought was so funny was that Lois Lane was marrying Superman, and she'd asked Clark to be the best man.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess it's okay. It's okay to marry. It's okay to marry. So in the 50s, it was okay to marry a person from another planet. that raised no eyebrows.
But he was on Earth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nobody else knew he was from another planet. Nobody knew that. He hid that very well.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. He wasn't. It wasn't a secret that he was from another planet. He claimed
But I
it
don't.
openly. I think it's just that his actual
Clark didn't.
his earthly identity as Clark Kent was top secret.
Correct.
Okay. Oh God. Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Lord, we're going to get banned on YouTube for that.
No. That color is still acceptable to YouTube. It's just any other color in the just about any other color in the entire range is
Okay.
you can't use it.
So we can't talk about rainbows?
No. Red. Oh, red's out. Orange.
Red rum.
Orange will probably get you in trouble in Florida. Green. Oh, that's demeaning to the Irish. Blue.
No,
indigo,
I don't think so. They're not pussies like we are.
Well, then it's coming right up on St. Patrick's Day soon here.
And they want everybody to wear green.
Yes.
It's Friday.
They're inclusive.
It's okay. Because Friday after work, there's an Irish pub in Bowling Green that I shall be attending. So there you go.
But we'll know
Oh,
where
yeah,
to find
MFM. You can't talk about MFM on regular internet. Sorry.
him.
Only porn sites, UV.
I know. Oh my God. Just let it go. Let it go.
Derail this show entirely. I'm good at that. Oh, that's true, Jay.
Hmm.
Unless it's the colors that they tell us we can't see.
Mm.
Yeah, there you go, Ufi. Yep. That's a good cover up, Ufi. Yep. My friend Flicka. Yep. Flicka was a horse, right? No, or a dolphin. What was Flicka?
Oh my God! What was the dolphin's name? The dolphin's name was Flipper.
Flipper. Okay, it's not Flicka.
Flipper and Flicka. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Sounds better than Salt and Pepper.
Wait, who was the
Lone Ranger?
Lassie, Flicka, and Flipper. Oh God.
Flicka was a horse. Okay. Yeah.
And Tonto. And the Lone Ranger. And oh my God. So many. So much. But all I can say is even then, I don't even know what current, so much of what's available, what I've noticed, and which is very little, of current mass media is just meaningless. You know what I'm saying? Any of these shows, the shows had a point, even if it was a crazy show like Superman. It always had a bit of a moral to it. A a bit. They tried to slip a bit of a message into the narrative. These days, it's nothing. It's just more outrage, and the more outrageous it can be, the I don't know, the better they think it is.
Mhm. Usually, the moral of the stories is just don't be an asshole, and nobody's getting that.
Even that, I'll settle for that. The moral thing now is grab as much as you can, and
Mhm.
to hell
Screw
with
everybody else.
you know,
Mhm.
I'm afraid that is true. That is true. It does not call to our better nature.
No.
The angels of our better nature. Is that the phrase that goes along with that?
Oh, I don't know.
Hmm.
I haven't heard that phrase.
Oh. Hmm.
Holy cow. There was a cat. Did you see that?
Oh. They have a cat hanging on the screen.
No, I got the window open and she just let herself in. So that's the idea of having the window open. If it's pleasant outside, the sun's out, and I would be outside, but the wind's blowing. And that makes that wind chill just a little.
35 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's like I would be sitting out on the back porch too, except it's 23 degrees and snowing like a bitch. Last time I looked. Okay.
Let's see. I don't even know what the temperature is out here. It's 40 degrees. And no, I want the wind chill. Wind chill. It's showing 34.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I shall stay in the house, and I think it's supposed to be cold the rest of this week. But we'll do this. I mean, I remember having to wear a coat in June 1st many times.
Yeah.
Many times. I think I can remember. I think it was either 2013 or 2015. August. We were down to 54 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That's your fault, Ron. You live in fucking Minnesota.
Really. Don't worry, if the Canadians invade, they'll have to deal with you first. Oh God.
No, they'll just
hold them off as long as you can, dude. Oh. That's another. You said, did you say that they shot down another balloon thing early after we were finished, after we gave up the fourth one? Someone told me that they shot down another one. I can't believe.
Well, it's funny they're not putting that on the news anymore, and the UFOs aren't in the news anymore. Now we got the banks in the news, and it's just whatever they want you to focus on.
Or not. I think it has more to do with what they want us to not focus on.
Well, that's exactly what that means. Pay attention to this. Don't pay attention to what we're actually doing to screw you. So
important. Yes. Yes, I did see that one today. Fortunately, it landed in the Black Sea, and it'll never be heard from again. Oh, even yeah, you can't even. That's it's an interesting piece of water. Things are getting very interesting over in the Ukraine. I I don't know what's going to happen over there. In fact, I don't know what's going on over there because both sides seem to be ready to declare victory. And then they keep claiming that the other side is, falling to pieces. So
Well, they have all of our money, so I guess they do win.
yes, that's
We fucking lose like
that,
we always do.
That part of trillions of dollars worth of hardware is definitely getting destroyed and will need to be replaced, of course, over there. So
Then all the stupid people that want to
and
donate money to Ukraine, so
they're doing it on our credit card,
and it instead of let's feed our children, but they'll put up, anyway. Americans are just stupid. They're all stupid. Just idiots. And every country has figured it out.
I thought you were making a pun. Drone, not drown, since it fell in the Black Sea. I thought it was a drone. Drown. A drowned drone. A pun. Yes.
Yes, it is too. If it's in the Black Sea, it is drowned.
Yes. Yes. If there's any fighting going on in this country, we'll do it ourselves. And then that'll be bad enough. Okay.
And the bad part about it is you won't know who you're fighting.
We've proven before we can do that all by ourselves. 100
and you didn't know who you were fighting then.
Hell no.
You were fighting your neighbor,
your brother, your uncle,
your father.
A lot of that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it really doesn't, we've just shown that we can do it. We can do that better than anybody has now.
I don't know if we ever have one here. We'll never know who we're fighting.
All the others that have had the Civil War thing got over it. And here we are 150 years later saying, yeah, we need to bring that back and do it again.
Oh, and guess why?
Well, I don't
because
know.
It comes up in the damn news and somebody's got to, I mean, that's just because that's what they've been telling people. That's what needs to happen. Mm-hmm. And everybody buys into this shit. And I can't understand what part of the country has not figured it out yet.
Yep. But like every country has had at least one Revolutionary War. That's probably true, but I'd hate to be the first country to do it twice.
Would we be if it happened?
Oh, probably not.
It wouldn't be the first country to do it twice.
The great cycle thing, every third generation has to go through it all over again. I'd like to think we're smarter than that. I know we're not, but I'd like to think we are. Mm-hmm. There was something. This brings something else to mind. Oh, Babylon, not that one. Organized crime controls U.S. politics. one of the things that came up in the criminal trial in Georgia, there were, in a criminal trial to do with something to do with the election, because it was Georgia, they were charged under RICO statutes. I was absolutely shocked at that. RICO has never been done. No, that is, I'm sorry, I was wrong. That was in Ohio. The Speaker of the House in Ohio and a bunch of his cronies got together and worked a deal with the power companies to relieve them of any and all responsibility for, I think, 2 or 3 nuclear reactors that they were taking over responsibility for. Okay. And in order to pass that like $5 billion program, they took $60 million in bribes. Okay. They were just found guilty the other day under RICO law because of the way that they handled the transactions and hid the transactions. And right now they're awaiting sentencing. I hope they throw the book at them, lock them away forever.
That would be good, but they probably won't.
They left me and every other person in Ohio that likes lights, and electricity, holding the bag. They were bribed to do this against anybody's benefit. So, yep, it will be. So there's. I'm glad that the courts are realizing that it really is organized crime. What's going on? There is no significant difference between some parts of the government and mobsters. I mean, they talk the same, they look the same, they act the same. Hit them with the same kind of laws and penalties. I think that's great. I think that's a good. I was really, really, really shocked that Ohio had done that, because I didn't think, and I can't. I'm still waiting on the sentencing, because if that's true, if what I expect the judge to sentence them to a $5,000 fine and 2 years probation. I mean, really,
or time served, one or the other.
This state is so fucking corrupt. It's beyond. It's just that they're quiet. They're usually quiet about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And believe me, I was flabbergasted. That was why it struck me so. I thought, wow, that just thunderstruck.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's okay. Your state doesn't have Mitch McConnell. We have to deal with that shit.
Well, one of those power plants is right down there on your border. So,
yep.
Okay.
Sure.
So if you get glowing clouds coming out of the north, you'll know it.
So don't think it's the aurora.
Yes.
The northern lights.
Yeah, don't think it's the northern lights. don't want to talk about that. It's just, I don't know. It seems like there should be so many wonderful things to talk about. But
there are, but when you focus on stuff that's negative,
yes. Well, it's like
where
this.
you end up.
It's hard to be sitting quietly playing cards when the wolves are howling outside, I guess. And it seems like they're just getting hungrier, you know. It's one of those things you don't like being like this. I don't like being negative. Don't like looking out for what's coming around the corner, you know.
Well, when they put the blinds up, you can't see what's coming.
Yes.
So you fall into the news cycle of all this crap we're talking about now, and nobody knows what's coming up next because they forget within 15 minutes what they were told before.
There we go. You go first.
Me?
Yeah, just one, and now
I got 5.
I was gonna say puppies.
I got 5. That make me happy.
Puppies.
Bourbon,
Babies, children,
wine, coffee,
chocolate,
breakfast food, pizza.
What else is left? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Food, alcohol, animals, some other human beings, not many.
Good friends, good times. Yes.
And that's something that I can remember having a good time with, was playing board games or actually sitting around and playing cards with people.
I haven't played it. I haven't played the cards.
People don't get together and do that anymore.
Too many years. Well, you know. But you know what's funny is, I think we were talking about something the other day. I don't even play computer games anymore. That was my outlet, my relaxation was a lot of people.
Now you just surf the internet for news.
Yeah, I don't have time to play computer games anymore.
And Facebook chats.
And it's not because I'm doing anything productive. You know, it's terrible.
Facebooks, and then surf the comments to see who can piss you off today. Yeah, no, see, I just don't. I can't not. I got my 4-wheeler back and I'm waiting for warmer weather.
Oh, boy. That is good. That is good news. Brand new fuel lines? Or you don't know?
Me?
Yeah, it got new fuel lines. Didn't you have a fuel leak?
Oh, no. I don't know what all he did. What ended up happening was that the air filter had kind of dry rotted and fell apart.
Oh, okay.
It got up into the carburetor a little bit.
Okay.
And I can't remember. He told me there was some other stuff, but I mean, it was minor stuff, but I mean, it was
just maintenance. Nothing major.
Just maintenance. Yeah.
Good.
And then I handed him my chainsaw and said, "Here, while you're at it."
Yeah.
I gave him both of them. So whenever I get them both back,
you'll be.
I mean, I've already got the tree over here.
You've already got the tree to practice on, right? The one that just missed.
Oh, I
Just
don't. No,
almost missed the corner of your deck there.
almost. If it had just been about if the tree had been just 4 feet shorter,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't have been a problem. But anyway, and that's
okay.
a battle I'm going to have to fight because, and I get tired of there's something else I've got to deal with thing.
See that?
It's always something else. It's like, and I mean, I've been very, very lucky, but I'm just saying it's
It's good. It's good to have something to get up and face in the morning, even if it's not pleasant.
no, I get tired of the unpleasant. Just do what the hell I tell you that I want you to do. Don't make me argue about it. Don't make me have to fight about it. Just fucking do it. Do what you're supposed to do. Be a good human and do what you're supposed to do. That's all I want.
That's all.
That's all I want.
If it were like that, life would be so simple.
Mm-hmm. So, but that's just that's what it is, and you spend most of your day trying to figure out what that person just said to you, having to decipher it. Just tell me.
Yeah.
Straight up. Just tell me. But anyway, that's just kind of what it is. Chainsaws, four-wheelers, animals, bourbon, beer, wine. That makes me happy.
It would be interesting. What if there were no
food that I don't have to cook?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, eat meat. That's yeah. I do like to eat meat stuff.
Mm-hmm. I want steak. I want chicken. I want pork. I want all that good stuff. All the stuff that they keep telling you that's not good for you, but yet that's how we existed for many, many years.
I almost forgot coffee.
Can't forget coffee. I've got to get them out of it, but I've got to get a coffee liqueur to go with my bourbon cream. Make little. Oh yeah, that's very good. Mm-hmm. That's almost like taking a shot of chocolate milk.
Oh, with a little bit of a kick to it.
Mm-hmm. But you don't find that kick until after you've had about 3.
Yeah. You should serve something like that in like a milkshake with a milkshake straw.
I just don't need that stuff. It tastes too much like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And there just might be one morning I get up and go, you know what? This is how I'm going to start my day.
Oh my goodness.
I can't see hang on, Uvi. I'm going to have to look to see what it was. Because apparently it's a lot cheaper than that. Oh, it's out of Mexico. Of course it is. But yeah, it's just a regular coffee liqueur. 42 proof. Then add it to the bourbon maple bourbon cream. That's 30%. So yeah, I don't need to add that to my morning routine, even though there's a lot of times I'd like to.
Maple bourbon cream. That sounds really good.
It's made by Hard Truth. Let's see, and it is. It's made with Indiana straight bourbon whiskey and real maple syrup, and it's out of Brown County, Indiana, which I think the city is Nashville, Indiana.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
I did not know they made whiskey in Indiana. I thought
Well, they can only make
Kentucky-
whiskey in Indiana.
I thought Kentucky had the patent and trademarks and all that stuff.
That's on bourbon.
That's bourbon. Okay. Anybody's allowed
Bourbon.
to have whiskey.
Yeah, anybody can have whiskey. You can't call it bourbon unless it was made in Kentucky. So
There you go.
and I have no idea what congressional act that took or who it was that passed off. But anyways, there you go. That might have been. I'd say that have something. It didn't have anything to do with the Civil War, I'm sure, but you never know.
Before that, it was definitely before that.
Oh yeah, it was. But anyway,
It was.
Of course, the moonshine laws have changed over the years too.
Bourbon is like from the French. So how the hell did Kentucky? Okay.
Apparently, we whipped their ass.
Yeah.
I took it from them.
You took it from the French before the Civil War. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that was back in the
French and Indian Wars in 1763.
But and then didn't we have to deal with the what was it 1812?
Yes.
That's when we whipped them and brought it back. And I think it's odd.
You probably stole it from Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
Or New Orleans took that
yes.
name from us. We don't know. But anyway. There are a lot of places up here that are named after that war. Counties, cities, things like that.
What's that town nearby that I Chellybeat?
Calibiot.
Yeah, see, that's French.
It is French. And you know what?
Okay. It's another.
There's only two places in the world with that name. One's here where I live, and the other one's in France.
Okay. And Louisville. That's from.
I don't even know what the hell Louisville is.
No, but I mean, it goes back to the King Louis of France.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah.
We're American.
So,
we're Americans, damn it.
So we kicked their asses and took their names is exactly what happened.
Yep. If you ain't got nothing left, we'll steal your words.
That's right. And now it's turning around because now we're this piece of shit country that's out here just letting everybody fucking run over us. You know, everybody always talks about the good old days, but there's not a one of us that would go back and relive it.
Oh.
Without taking your air conditioner, without taking your 69 Camaro, you know.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, that's how we would probably recognize time travelers.
Mm-hmm.
They would come back and have
bring
something.
all their shit.
Yeah, that's why there really can't be any, you know, because they stand out like a sore thumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's like us. It's like most people nowadays. If they had to go back, what's the one thing they take with them? Right?
Mm-hmm.
They take their cell phones and their tablets.
Like that makes any sense because they can't work back there.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe and a solar panel.
Yeah, they still can't work. Hey, Lorraine.
Lorraine. Saw Lorraine over at Bill's earlier today. She's doing good. Glad to hear everybody's doing fine. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
We loves our ruts. Rut roll. Rut roll.
Mm-hmm.
Rut roll. The Astro?
Oh, Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
And Astro could have done it too. I don't know, but
We're struggling to make it a happier day.
we're working on it. It's kind of sucking really hard right now. But anyway.
Okay. Well, I think that's not a bad topic. If you had to go back 100 years, what would you take with you? I don't.
You can't take your air conditioner because you don't.
Wait, 100 years isn't good enough. Because that would only be 1923.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Oh, no. But you know what?
Okay.
That'd be fun.
What would you take back if you were going back to 1923?
Don't have a clue. My pillow and a blanket? I don't know. I just
no. Gosh. What would I take? Okay, if I wanted to go back to 1923, and I'm going to have to get rich pretty quick, what would I take back that would do that?
Ooh, okay. So when was prohibition?
Over. Prohibition was from 1919 to 1932, I think.
All right. So you're taking back a shit ton of alcohol with you when you go.
Oh, okay.
You're going back to 1923. Mm-hmm. We're going to be making some money.
Okay.
We're going to be taking.
Okay. So given we're going to open a speakeasy. So, okay. That's the first thing. Let me see. Gosh.
Okay, so you gotta think of Harlem Nights whenever we're talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
The movie Harlem Nights. I think everybody needs to rewatch that.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Pryor, Red Fox.
I'm still struggling to find something that I can. What was invented right after that? Hardly
What
anything.
vehicles?
And I mean, all 1923. I'd be going back to get a Duesenberg. You know, I wouldn't be taking a Kia back with me.
Right, that's true.
I just don't. It just wouldn't work. What would I? You know, and just the concept. It's not.
Ooh, I know what you could take back. Alcohol and weapons. Just bring the whole damn ATF with you when you go. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Back to Oh my God, money.
Actually, a kind of weapon was one of the things that I thought of, and I thought I don't want to talk about that. Yeah.
Hello, who are you talking to?
I'm pretty sure they didn't exist, but could have.
What?
Hollow point bullets.
See, there you go. Yeah. They had the Tommy guns already, so.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
They assuredly did.
If you want to make some money, you take back with you stuff weapons. Take back weapons. And you can sell that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You can do your patents and act like you invented it, and you can sell it to the government. Mm-hmm. Or you can go back and be Tesla and disappear off the face of the earth.
as I remember reading a Connecticut author and a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court by Mark Twain when I was a kid. And he made a very good case for taking back ideas back, oh, I don't know, that would have been over 1,000 years back to early medieval England, and seemed to do pretty well with that. But the thing is, like I'm just trying to say, if I went, I wouldn't have anything that I could carry that I could turn around and make would be that earth shattering in 1923. So in so many ways, we have changed the face of the earth. And in other ways, we haven't.
What are you saying?
We haven't learned a damn thing in the last 100 years.
What are you saying that's earth shattering? Velcro back then would be earth shattering.
Okay.
Just think of easy stuff. Post-its. Oh my God. Post-its.
I'm not sure. Well, I don't know when. Okay. Velcro was invented in the 50s.
Yeah. See, there you go.
So that's a possibility.
An espresso machine. You could take that back with you. Open up a coffee shop.
I think they had.
Open up a Starbucks.
They would laugh you out of the world.
Oh,
what? What?
You add bourbon cream to that shit.
What? 10 cents for a cup of coffee? Are you crazy?
Exactly. Yeah. Drink it and you'll be back tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone, I have $11 for a frappe elegante special with nuts, and that's insane.
The Vikings already had that over here, Oofy.
Starbucks coffee isn't that good as coffee.
It's just coffee. I mean, I'm just saying.
Starbucks, and it's really nothing that special.
So, I mean, take something back from the 50s there. I mean, you could, even from the 30s, something that's 10 years. I mean, you don't have to get that fancy.
Okay.
If you bring something back from here, they're going to like immediately throw you under the jail. You're never going to get out.
Okay. What would I? Yeah. What would be? What could you take back that you could replicate that would be useful? You know what? You know what comes to mind? That.
Your flash. Oh yeah.
That. You know. Now, they had flashlights, but they didn't have they didn't have the technology to do that, and that's special. So
you can take tools back.
LEDs and lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah, you could take tools back.
And if I took those back to 1923, when I came back home, I'd be able to drive my electric car.
You would.
Oh, yes.
But you know what? Oofy was talking about horse and buggies. They're all over the place here. All over the place.
I know which direction I'm going to head after the crash then.
Towards the Amish farms.
Yepper.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we still have that. We still have, I mean, that time has not gone away.
What is a waist trainer?
like a corset that they used to use, probably.
Oh,
Remember, they used to pull them tight so the women's
yeah.
waists would, the rib cages couldn't grow,
Okay.
so they couldn't get fat.
Hmm.
Yeah. See, that's one of the 5 that makes me happy.
There you go. We started out with the black cat, and now we come to the white cat.
Hmm.
White
And
cat.
we got we had the black and white one, the gray one, the black and white one. Then we had the calico. Now we got the white one, and my orange tabby, bless her heart, she's just way too fat for me to pick up. She's so fat, she's uncomfortable being picked up. I mean, yeah.
Oh, my.
That's like a whole nother show.
I'm really just thinking about it very lightly. There's not that many. There's not that many. There are advances. Like you said, with the with me with my flashlight, and there you could okay, if you could take a lot more things from 1923 back to 1823, that would be absolutely revolutionary. I'm thinking would be a lot easier than coming from 2023 back to 1923, because the principles are really pretty well established by 1923 in so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Except I will give the exception to antibiotics. That's but at the end of World War II, at the end of World War II, they had, let's see, if they if Franklin Delano Roosevelt had a serious infection, they wouldn't have had enough the oh my God, the
Gotta love Andy.
antibiotic existed, but what was only enough for like one dose, and now it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Oh my God. Rubber.
Thank you, Lorraine. She's my deaf girl, so she is pretty sweet. She doesn't make a whole lot of noise unless she's meowing. She doesn't know how loud she is. So I'm out of bourbon, Charles.
Uh-oh. Emergency. Sirens going off. Flashing lights. Well, I will say this, since I will accept that I wasn't quite up to the challenge this week. Since I took last week off since I was sick. I guess I'm still using the excuse that I'm in recovery mode. So
hey, that works.
Hey, we'll take it easy, work hard this week, and next week we'll, this coming week, and do much better next week.
I got one more that Andy has sent to me, so there you go.
Andy. What? There you go. Oh, God. That was
kind of perfect, wasn't it?
I don't know. I got in a bit of a Facebook argument just the other day. Somebody had said something about.
Okay, all right. This is where this needs to stop.
They're going to release
Facebook argument
of the Epstein's customers. So, and then what? Yeah. So we'll come back next week, and don't know about cannabis. I know it's changed a hell of a lot over the last 40 years.
40 years, yeah. Over the last 40 years, it sure has.
Yes, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Smarter cats and better PPP.
Mm-hmm.
See, we have to appreciate modern times.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we can say, And heck, we made it to 8 o'clock. That's good enough for me tonight. Maria, everybody, thank you for being here. And say good night, Maria.
Good night, Maria.